grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just want to play off.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Saquon Barkley running right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Check, check.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Fourth down, Vick. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
At the 47-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. The shotgun snap for Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. It was prime time. Deion Sanders with a sack on the corner blitz.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third.
Shift. 20. Great.
Third and long. It's Newton. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Touchdown, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We started. Yeah.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Third down, Barkley, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. These two teams all tied after one. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here goes Vic on fourth down. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
He better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
8. Mike 50, Mike 50.
I can't believe they let you play.
Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. They'll keep the offense out to go for it on 4th.
Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
There we go.
Express. Express.
50.
Hey, here we go. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Strip the ball.
They snap it to Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
Thank you. I like that.
We'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Now, let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch, and that gives them 8 wins. Actually, have them go 6-2. I think they're going to go 9-7.
Ooh, right there on the edge of the playoffs. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West. How about the Broncos at 2-6 right now?
I just don't see that offense improving. I think that they win 2 more games and go 4-12.
Okay. And Giants. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yeah, they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. Speaking of Saquon Barkley, nice little feather in his cap after the Week 8 game. Became only the 6th player since 1950 that surpassed 2,500 scrimmage yards in 21 or fewer games in the National Football League. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a first down following a gain of 3. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Great.
Newton on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw, Newton. He gets it to Cooks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Newton now to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To the air again, Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Deion Sanders bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And Dawson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A first down throw coming for Vic. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. And it's getting them home.
A final shot before the break. Newton. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Newton. And that's complete to Cooks. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Third and 2, Newton looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And the ball is knocked out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up. On 3rd down, Barkley. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Runs through the contact. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not... And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Deion Sanders make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They will go for it. Now Newton. Deion Sanders, and an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not saving, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew they all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long I made her.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Ready? 780.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Newton. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check three, check three, check three.
A 1st down carry for Barkley, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
At the Niners' 24-yard line.
Ready, 180, 20.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Here we go. Hey, come on. Check 45 to my. I'm coming.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Barkley. He spins free. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
Check my 45. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Come on, come on. Give me some. Give me some. Check, 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 check. Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Vic now. Man open, it's Moss complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it.
On 1st down, Barkley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Check 45. Check 45 to my.
Now here's Vic. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Kevin Green coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. To try again after the sack. Vick, and he's going to go down again. That's the Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor doing what he does best.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. They will indeed go for it. Vick. That one complete to Okoye. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Michael Vick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Check, 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 check.
Gun.
Watch the
Gun.
Hey, check 24. Go.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. On the corner blitz that time, the sack goes to Denzel Ward. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Joker.
They'll run with Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Now it's Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Barkley, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here we go.
First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
That's the score. Niners 17. Visitors 0.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. It's caught left side by Cooks. 16 yards, a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Newton throwing again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
You got 3 down. Express! Great.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Here's Newton. And it's caught. Touchdown. From a yard out as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because what? And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be taken short. Bulldozes past him. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
20.
He got 29 yards that time. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Okoye, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Gun.
Now a carry for Okoye, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Gano the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken very short. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Again, it's Barkley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that.
Yeah.
Let's go now. 45.
Yeah, what am I not?
They're not ready for this.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
How you doing the weekend?
He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Yeah, I'm winning one. I don't know. I'm up by 10.
Now Gordon on first down.
Touchdown. I got this.
There goes Melvin Gordon. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Melvin Gordon, 56 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Yeah.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
That shit is
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That's what he does from iPhone plays. Basically, just moving the wide receiver in motion, the block down, and the block is just outrageously good.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute.
They've got his man complete. 20, 10, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll go to Barkley again. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Saquon Barkley, 50 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Middle linebacker, right? Yeah, put him on deep blue all the time. I always put the middle linebacker in deep blue. I don't care what I want. Because it covers the deep middle passes.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
To throw on second down is Newton. And his throw is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I got sick and tired of him running this shit.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They snap it to Newton. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On first down, Barkley. He's got the first down inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, he's still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
I'm looking mad because I'm curb stomping.
The shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
He got a holding call again. Holding again.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
On second down, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Check. Fresh down.
I'm running DB Sting on this fucking Panther Heavy.
From the end zone, Newton. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here we go on 4. Newton.
Got him.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
It's 51-21. Please quit, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. God. Jesus Christ.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you want to give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees.
What ranking you went to? What ranking you what level you in right now, Caliber? You're 60? Yo, Cal, I want to know how did that nigga figure out these glitches, bro? You ain't lying. Play the streak instead of cross the line. What play was that? PA count and go? PA post right, yeah, exactly. You send the streak and then the post route, so it was open. Yeah,
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded at the 2. Broken tackle. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Yeah, don't mess with Ray. That's a fucking fumble. I know. Tomorrow comes out Donald.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Saquon Barkley, bro. What's the name come out tomorrow too? That Ed Tutor Jones. I'm thinking about Ed Tutor Jones. Though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking about that. What do you think about that call, Calico? I was thinking, you know why I like Tutor Jones? Because Tutor Jones, he's always been good at stopping the run.
Just like that.
And he got that 90-yard block.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
You can't go wrong with 92.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A handoff, Barkley running left. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Check the team. Check the.
Somebody definitely out.
Running left, it's Barkley.
Oh, wow. I'm off to the races.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
This shit is so easy. It is ridiculous.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
I would have a disgusting run again too if I'm doing glitch shit like this. The blocking that comes out of this shit is ridiculous. It's like you getting 3 lead blockers. You getting the running
on
back,
second down, here's Barkley.
And your wide receiver.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover.
Now Barkley stripped on the football.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
He don't know nobody. I'm over here trying to, I'm playing hard, but I'm not playing as good as I know.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon.
I'm up. I'm up.
It's a first down and more for Gordon.
Touchdown! I passed the ball one time.
31 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
This is ridiculous, bro.
CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1 yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did. And, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching. But it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That's almost every time.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
This shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, this game is real corny this year. The way they got the run is really corny. As good as I can run the ball, this is whack. They really fucked up this Madden. Now they really fucked up the Madden this year. That's whack. They should never do it like this. This is horrible. I'm starting to look at it now. This shit is horrible.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Lawrence Taylor showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. After the sack on first down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, this nigga's
He'll get 5 out of the scramble and second down.
I see what you want to do. You know what, bro? I got you. You want to be fucking...
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Ryan Shazier in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So fucking dumb with me, do dumb shit.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Steps away to his left.
Pick it off.
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before. Any day. Kill, go, go.
On first down, Barkley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
That would have been a good pick.
On the run, it's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
No, ain't nobody gonna hit that yet. That's just way too fast. But the levels don't get
3rd and long for Vic.
It takes a minute.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the great Michael Strahan with a sack.
Nah, that's
and we say it all the time, you have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
You got a what? You lying. You lying.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. The corner blitz worked to perfection there for Deion Sanders.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he is going down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems. And this qualifies as a big problem.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and
a big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown!
It's over. This guy quit too. I didn't pass the ball one time, and I won. I was up 16-0 before he quit. And I ran for at least 100 yards before the half. This nigga's trash. Next. I ain't gonna lie. Your levels go up quick when you pop somebody. Yo, how many coins you got, Calico? Nigga, I got 900K. I'm about to keep all this and keep going. Yo, I got fucking I like that Donald driver, but I don't know if I want to spend K's in that car. I don't know if I want to spend K's on it. I like it though. He got 91 deep deep route running. He got 91 deep route running, 90 short and 90 middle. He got like 90-something press, deep press. And
with Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, If he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
New England released them?
Let's go, baby.
Oh, my God. New England must have gotten tired of his mental illness. That should make sense.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
You think that was a good move?
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
You like Gordon and Seahawks? What's going on with fucking this guy with Des Bryant? He ain't never coming back. I thought he was a good receiver. I don't know why anybody didn't give him no chance. That's crazy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
It does.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Vic to throw it. Got a man. It's Randy Moss complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Randy Moss, 64 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing. He is a... Bro, you don't got that card? Do you have that card? Yo,
the kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
That card.
This is taken at his 4.
Honestly, that card.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
That card is an animal. Yeah, that card is... I'm going to keep it real. That card is a fucking animal. Oh, you still got auto down?
Hey, my 7. 11
Yeah, I know. I see that. That shit was like in the beginning of the year.
Just beating the play clock is wrong. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
2nd and 10, luck again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's the Hall of Famer Ray Lewis powering in for the sack.
1000%. Yo, did you see the way he scraped LeBron and hit that nigga with that step back? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yo, he had 31, 13 rebounds, and 15 assists, bro.
3rd and long, it's locked.
Yeah, he is.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Dallas need to know how to finish games because they should have beat the Lakers by 20.
Now Sanders.
20 on them.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Yeah, he did. You're right about that.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they call a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
He wasn't like that. Yes, he was. Right. I agree.
Vic readies to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Exactly.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Yes, it's stupid. You're staying in your spot, and that's it.
You got time. You got time.
You ain't going nowhere. You're absolutely right. He's off his element.
And now here's a carry heading left. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I think KD has surpassed him. KD definitely.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Good running for Barkley there on 1st down as he'll get forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's fucking raping me. If KD did not get that injury, we would not be talking about Kawhi.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. And some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, that led to a really nice game.
That good for 22 and a 1st down.
With Shaquille O'Neal never won that championship against Dallas Mavericks. The only way he won that shit. Wayne Wade was the most unstoppable player I've seen.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. After run, 7-0 on EA Sports.
You think he's better than Mike?
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And Barkley will try to punch it in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Don't get me wrong, LeBron is a beast. I love LeBron. I love LeBron this whole game, everything.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
I think there were way more dogs during the time Michael Jordan played.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You had a bunch of goals, man. You had Philadelphia. You had Charles Barkley in Philly. You had a bunch of, you had squads. You had Portland Trailblazers with Clyde Drexler and them boys.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried.
There goes Melvin Gordon. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Melvin Gordon 75 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20.
Who you playing against?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. On second down, Barkley.
Oh, my God.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here
You
on
do.
third
You
down?
really do. You really do. You really do. You really do.
On third down, Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down. Here goes Vic on fourth down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right.
You said
and some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards there and a Niner first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. We'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? On fourth down. Now Vic stripped. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. Look at the big man rumble.
They're going to give him that fucking run return, really?
10. Nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now San Francisco are going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Yes.
It's a foot race. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Luck on first down. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Luck under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Deion Sanders. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Force and a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Taylor providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Throwing is Luck.
You gotta
and
be
the catch
kidding
made
me.
by Hilton. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll run it again with Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, The way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Yeah, this shit is done over here until 24/7. This shit is black. Extreme.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Complete to Hilton. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside and 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun on third down.
Give me the ball.
And these guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They run on first down with Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 23-yard run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Raiders, or you want to back to your playbook? Yeah, Raiders is the way to go. I would just stick it out of Raiders for the rest of the time, for the whole year.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Deion Sanders, his second sack of the night. Throwing on third down. Luck.
Intercepted.
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down.
Jesus, Pat P.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down.
Hey, Alpha, we ain't giving up nothing today. 31's the mic. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check. Hey, check.
They're going to go. It's Locke.
Yeah, this guy
No escape, and he goes down. Deion Sanders. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
It's 31-7, and he wants to keep playing this game in the third quarter. Like, it's over, brother.
They'll run on first down.
Damn,
It's Jackson. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Von Miller able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now it's Barkley. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Next to score, Niners 45, Bengals 7.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
45-7, and he's over here dancing with Deion Sanders. Come on, Bozo. Hey,
the Bengals drive about to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down. Turned it over, gave a great field position. Turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down. It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon.
Oh, wow.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This is Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. They'll run for it with Barkley. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
Say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Luck. He's got his man Sharp complete. The Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Here we go on 4th. Luck. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one, despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield.
This is screwing you.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 8 yards. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On second down now, Barkley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Vick. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
51-7.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest,
Yo,
this is jet.
I might just pick up that McCourty. I heard he gives universal coverage. You know where I might put him at? You might think I'm crazy. I might put him at corner. I don't need him at safety. Because that corner, he got 86 hit power. That's not bad. At least he can stop the run going in the corner. And I got my hit power niggas and safeties, you know what I mean? Because this year ain't about the pass. I'm not going to have any safeties back there. What am I guarding out there? Ain't nobody passing the ball that much. Everybody's trying to go. I'd rather put him at corner. And with his zone and his man coverage, he can play corner. He'll be alright. And he goes up to 92 speed, right? With a sprinter. It's not bad. I'm almost
it, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers.
Cal, I'm out of here, bro. I'm gonna be on all day tomorrow. Man. I'm on for the whole weekend. So I'm gonna be on tomorrow all night. I'm gonna be on Saturday, Sunday and Monday. So I'm gonna rack up them two. Well, not Monday. Monday I'm gonna go to Monday. I'm going to the Monday Night Football game with my wife. So, but tomorrow and Monday and Saturday I'm gonna be on it.
Incredible, honestly,
unforgettable. You would Joe like your belly show.
This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
All right, later, Hobie.
The young, incredible, honestly, unforgettable. You would.